A lot of you guys have been asking me questions about how to keep your neighbor weeds from invading your lawn. So I'm gonna show you the 2 items that I use to keep my neighbor weeds out of my lawn and keep my yard weed free. So stay tuned and let's go over these couple items right now. Okay, so these are the 2 items that I use to keep the neighbor weeds from invading my lawn. First, I go ahead and get me a ready to use mix of weed killer. I like to use the Spectracide. It's cheap and it works. And it's gonna handle a bunch of the weeds that are already kind of invading the lawn, so you don't really have to worry about it. Crabgrass, nutsedge, clover, everything of that nature. There's a bunch of them right on that back label if you peel it back. So ready to use. I don't have to mix anything. This is gonna be your quickest way. Now, if you prefer to mix your own product, then you'll have to use the concentrated formula. Or if you got a big area, I showed you this before, you can use the hose and sprayer and go around and spray. But this is gonna be the easiest way. No mixing required. You can actually take the top off and put a little bit of Dawn surfactant inside of it, or a dedicated surfactant to make it stick on the weeds a lot better. I've done that already in the past, so I don't really have to do that today. But the only thing you're gonna have to do when you buy this product, because it sits on the shelf at these big box stores, make sure you shake it up really good, because then, you know, stuff separates in the bottle. It's not as potent as you like it. So that's gonna be the basic of your weed killer right there. Now next, I'm gonna use this granular product. Now this can double as a pre-emergent and a post-emergent, but me, I love to use the granular product as a pre-emergent. I never really use it as a post-emergent. I like to go with the liquids. The liquids are gonna work faster and you're gonna see results in 2 or 3 days. Compared to the granular formula, with the granular formula, you're gonna have to make sure it sits on the weeds for a whole 24 hours to 48 hours. So to get these granulars to stick on the weeds and stay there, it's kind of hard, but you know, you have to make sure your grass is moist. That's gonna be the best way to, if you prefer to use the granular product. But I don't like to use the granular product just because of that, because sometimes it falls off or it doesn't stick on the weeds properly and you get an uneven kill compared to the liquid. Liquid, all you gotta do is spray the weeds, make sure it's drenched and let it dry on there for about an hour, you're good to go. So make sure there's no rain in your forecast or your irrigation system is off for at least an hour. You gotta give this product a chance to dry. But like I said, this is gonna be your pre-emergent. You're gonna put this down on the lawn and you're gonna make sure you water it in nice and deep, so then the product is activated. Now, a lot of people think you're only supposed to use your pre-emergent in the spring and in the fall, but that's not true. This granular product can be used and applied anytime, spring through fall. So me, I like to do a spring application, a summer application, and a fall application. That's what I do, just in case, because sometimes the pre-emergent wears off. It says it's supposed to last on the lawn for 5 months, but that's give or take because of rain and then your irrigation. Sometimes it get washed out. So I apply it to my lawn at least 3 times a season. But you're supposed to do pre-emergent at least minimum of 2 times, spring and fall for sure. But I do a 3rd application in the summertime, and that's what helps keep the weeds away. So let's go over and give you a quick demonstration of what I'm talking about right now. All right, so now I'm at the back fence where my property line and my neighbor's property line actually meets. But I have a fence to actually divide it, but that doesn't stop the weeds from actually growing underneath the fence and start to invade my lawn. So all I do here, I got my weed killer here. Now this is clover. So those of you that are having trouble with clover, you can use the Orange Top Spectracide. It will handle clover. I know a lot of times people don't like the clover invading the yard. Now, clover is not bad. Clover is actually good for your lawn, but sometimes if you have a bunch of them, it can be unsightly. You don't want to see it, so I understand it. But you're gonna make sure you're gonna spray only your property line. Now, I have a fence to actually divide my property line from my neighbors, so it's fine. But those of you guys out there that have the lawns that actually connect with your neighbors, make sure you don't overspray into your neighbor's yard, because sometimes your neighbor do not want these chemicals in their lawn, and you got to do the right thing and do not break the law, because that is kind of like a law. You don't want to overspray into your neighbor's yard. So you just basically contain your spray and keep your spray in your yard, unless your neighbor says okay, but make sure you have permission first. So all you're gonna do now like I said, this is ready to use. Now, if you mix up your own spray, that's a good thing too. You just go ahead and create that, basically that property line, that divide, and you're just gonna spray. And make sure you wet the actual weeds to the point of like runoff, so you make sure you got a good spray on it. Now, you're creating a little barrier. You're killing off these weeds. If I did not do anything, these clovers or whatever weeds you have there are going to continue to root and invade into my lawn because my lawn is unprotected. But if you're creating a barrier, this is the post-emergent weed killer. You're going to use this to kill the weeds, and then that granular formula I showed you, I'm going to put that down, and that's going to create a barrier where now it's going to stop the weeds from actually invading into my lawn. So you're going to kill it off with this liquid, and then you're going to put your granular down to block it from invading. So that's how you keep your neighbor weeds from your lawn. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how to walk the property line. So you just take it, walk your property line, and spray any weeds you see here, because you want to make sure you wipe them out first. Wipe them out. Just like that. Now this is just one side of the yard. Now you can also, like I said, use the hose-in sprayer, but that one is a little bit uncontrolled because it's gonna spray regardless. It's gonna spray with a wide range. So if you don't have a fence like me, you're gonna end up probably overspraying. So I don't recommend using the hose-in sprayer for that kind of application. Use the ready-to-use spray like this, or your own personal hand can and actually spray it. Now you see more of the clover is coming through on this side of the yard, so I'm just going to spray it all. And if you guys stay tuned for the results, I'll show you in a couple days. Now today is June, the last day of June. We are heading into July tomorrow. Tomorrow's July 1st. So it's okay to treat weeds in the summertime. It is okay. Just make sure when you're using these products that you're coming out in the later evening when the sun is not as strong, or early in the morning before the sun gets strong. Don't work in the peak hours of the day for two reasons: for your personal health and your lawn's health, because you could use these herbicides on the lawn, and if it's too hot, because these chemicals are heat activated, if you put them down in the peak hours of the day and it's like 100 degrees, you can burn out your lawn. So make sure you're using these weed killers in the proper temp. Now the Spectracide, I believe you can use it all the way up until about 88 degrees before it actually causes a chemical burn on your lawn or your actual grass. But it's heat activated, so as you spray these weeds, the hotter it is, they're gonna burn out. So that's why it caused that effect where you see some results in 24 hours. But the real results in killing ability is about 72 hours to 5 days. So 3 to 5 days. So now I'm over here, I'm done spraying. And this product will not harm your lawn. If you have a cool season turf, Bermuda grass, I think it's okay to use. Now, if you have St. Augustine, you're gonna have to use the purple label. That's what you're gonna look for, the purple label Spectracide for St. Augustine. Do not use this one, because this one will hurt and harm St. Augustine. I think the yellow Spectracide is fine to use on St. Augustine, but please read the directions. I'm not totally sure off the top of the head. But see, I'm just spraying my property line. So anywhere I see weeds, spray. So now I'm killing all weeds that are trying to invade my lawn. And then I'm gonna come back and put down the pre-emergent, and that'll block it. So as you can see, very, very simple. A lot of clover is trying to invade the lawn here. So like I said, clover is not too bad. So some people like a little bit of clover. Clover is good for the lawn, for the soil. So it's not bad, but I know If you have a bunch of it, it can be, you know, an eyesore. So, but you're just gonna go around, spray your property line. And it's that simple. So now let's go ahead and get the pre-emergent down. This is how the product looks. If you're not familiar with Spectracide, basic granular product. So this bag covers 3,000 square feet, as you can see here, and it weighs 10.8 pounds. Now, to cover my yard of 2,500 square feet, I am going to need to use, it says use 3.6 pounds of this product per 1,000 square feet. So technically, I'm gonna need 9 pounds. But if for you guys' sake, I would have just used this whole bag, but I'm gonna show you how to actually weigh out the proper amount. Because if I need 9 pounds and this bag is 10 pounds, a little bit of overage is not gonna hurt. Don't double it. If you need, like I said, if you need 9 pounds and you're using about 15, 18 pounds, that's too much. But one little extra pound is not gonna hurt. But I'll show you how to weigh it out. So if you haven't been here, this is my luggage scale weight. So I use this to weigh the product out. So you just put it on the bucket like this. Now, some people say, oh, you gotta tear the bucket out. If you look and see, this bucket does not register on the scale. It weighs absolutely nothing. Doesn't even pick up. So all you're gonna do now, take your product and pour it in this bucket here. Now, this product is very light, so that's why you use so much of it. It's like dust. Now, when you pick it up here, that's a little bit overage. I actually put about 10 pounds in the bucket, so I have a little bit left in here. I could actually just scoop some out and put it back. When you're pouring your product, never pour it over your grass, because you can actually spill it or tip over the hopper. Make sure you're standing on a flat surface. Now, this is the basic Scott's little mini spreader. Scott's Edgeguard mini spreader. So your basic spreader. Now on the bag, it says put it on 4.5. I already got it preset 4.5. So that's basically it. And now we're just gonna go ahead and walk the actual line first where we sprayed at. So you're gonna walk the perimeter of where you sprayed at. And you're gonna make sure you get your pre-emergent down right there. Now, putting down a pre-emergent, you do not wanna put down a pre-emergent if you're planning to seed, which no one should be seeding right now in the summertime, because it's just gonna be hard to actually get germination because it's too hot. Now, if you wanna do a little patch repair, that's fine, you could do that. But if you're trying to seed a whole lawn in the summertime, it's gonna be tough. So putting down the pre-emergent right now shouldn't be a major concern about seeding. Now, if you're doing it in your seeding in September, you should be fine. This is not going to harm anything. This is not going to harm anything. This pre-emergent will probably be washed out by then, so you don't have anything to worry about. But I'm gonna spread this whole thing down on the whole lawn. I'm just hitting the outer layer first. This is how you put down fertilizer. You put down your perimeter layer first, and then you work your way into the middle. So that's pretty much it right there. Hit the whole perimeter, and then I work my way into the inside. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If it helped you out in any way, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let me know if this method will work for you. Like I said, make sure you're careful when you're spraying your property line with your neighbors. You do not want to put overspray into their yard. and cause a problem. So make sure you're taking that precaution. But if today's video helped y'all in any way, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you again. So stay tuned.